Alright, everybody, welcome back to more Tales of Berseria. Let's go to the end and see if we can find the spies.
Savid.
Well, hello, sailor.
Are you waiting for someone?
Nope. Just saying a prayer for someone.
Someone?
Let's go. Clearly there aren't any bloodwings here.
You're just going to leave? I'm right here.
Everybody has times they need to be alone.
Fee.
Right, coming. What do you think he was praying about?
Well, for one thing, he was drinking a bottle of Thorny Forest.
Oh my. The drink you share with your special someone when you're going to be married for life! How romantic!
But getting your hands on that stuff is no small feat. I can only hope I'll get a chance to taste it someday.
That must have had an important meaning for Savid. That's why you left him alone.
Don't read too much into it.
You're Velvet, right?
You must be the one who's seen the demon we're after. We saw a big snake-looking dragon fly over on the way here. Is that what you saw too?
Yes, that's the one. It nests at the top of the mountain in Aldina Plains.
We went to look ourselves. No dragon.
It only returns to its nest on rainy days.
Rainy days, you say?
Oh, just look at what you went and made the weather gods do! This doesn't bode well. Not at all!
Thanks. We'll give it another shot.
So now we gotta go back to the mountain range and see if the dragon shows up.
Hey there. Our meeting like this must be Providence, meow.
We're in a hurry. Save it, cats.
All the better, meow. I've just stumbled upon a perfectly nifty piece of stone just for you. What's it for? That's not a geoboard, is it? Bingo! I dug it out of some ruins, meow. They were made by Norman Meowny years ago for surfing along Earth pulses, but I can't use it, so I figured I'd pawn it off on someone else who could, meow.
Wait, Norman made this? That doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
Don't be so mean! We're capable of exceptional things! Sometimes. When a Norman speaks their own name, the board springs to life and whisks its masters away at top speed. They'll even plow right through weak demons. You can say it's our masterwork, even if we sorta stumbled on it by accident.
Huh. Well, then I apologize.
So we can ride this as long as we have Bienfu with us, right? Well, kind of.
Do you have to use your true name to activate it?
Not my true name, no. My Norman name. Wouldn't that just be Bienfu?
No. Norman have a separate name that goes something like Norman so-and-so. It's almost more a title than a name. Often the name has something to do with what they're good at. Something like attack, or chain, or aqua.
Right. You could say names like Bienfu and Grimoire are more like stage names. I actually don't know Bienfu's Norman name, but I can't wait to find out.
What is your name, Bienfu?
Come on, out with it. We're in a hurry.
Norman Brave. Whoa, look at that!
Wait, Bienfu.
Your Norman name is Brave?
That is so deliciously absurd!
Why do you think I've never told you before,
At least the board works, Meow.
And if we get on this board, it'll move us around?
Well, about that. The board propels itself by pushing against Earth pulse flows. To do that, the board needs information on the flows. But this one here's a completely blank slate, Meow. First, you need to find the geotrees in each area. They serve as a conduit between the surface land and the Earth pulses, Meow. Once you've actually located a geotree, you can record that area's Earth pulse data into your geoboard, Meow.
Got it.
This area's geotree is right over there, Meow.
All right then. So long as we find more geotrees, we'll be able to use the geoboard to travel much more quickly.
Alright, so let's go get this one. You know, it's a little crazy that we're at almost 40 hours into this game and they are still throwing all new mechanics into this game. Gotta be honest, I don't know how I feel about that just from a purely design standpoint. I don't think that's great. I genuinely don't. I don't think that's great. I think I don't want to sound ungrateful here. But I'm not exactly sure I like that idea, right? It's one of those things where it's like, I understand that you want to like keep the game fresh. Nice. So she literally surfs around. That is intense. I was not expecting us to get a literal fucking surfboard. Of all the travel methods that you could propose to me in a video game, a surfboard was not... That wasn't the one I would have expected. But I guess if I'm gonna have a way to get around quickly, might as well fucking use it. I don't want to fucking walk. Fuck walking. I'm just saying, you know, I've played a lot of RPGs at this point. I am relatively used to like odd modes of travel, right? Airships, dragons. Nice. Finally. That's nice. Perfect.
Come on, really?
Alright, field spar earrings. Earrings? Oh, you are very much still working on that shit, aren't you? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's what you're gonna get next. I'm gonna put that on you next, actually. Oh, goodness. Alright, let's go. Oh, no. Thank you. Oh, okay. Just challenge me all you like. I don't give a fuck. Nice.
We won, right? Right?
Imagine getting Tatsu'd by this chick, man. That just doesn't sound pleasant. I mean, I don't think getting hit by her in general would be pleasant, but I feel like just catching a spinning kick from someone would be, like, especially unpleasant. Like, one of those moments where it's like, you get hit and you're just like, damn, the fuck did I do to get myself into this situation? How the fuck did I put myself in this predicament?
Well, that's going to come in handy.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun to ride, too.
I could get used to this.
I'm so worn out. I feel like I had to sprint the whole way here.
Huh. Seems like operating the board saps a lot of energy from Bienfu.
Even still, this board gives us a strategic advantage. Brave here will just have to bear a little exertion now and then.
Yeah, Brave. Buck up.
I believe in you. Be brave. Ah! Stop calling me that!
So if this thing is one of those Therians, isn't our job to like capture it and like put it back and put it in the prison? How are we supposed to do that if we just beat the shit out of it? Assuming it is a Therian. We don't know if it is or not. I'm just saying assuming it's a Therian.
It looks so deadly. And just check out how much malevolence it's putting out.
Which means it's not a Therian.
Let's retreat. We've got no reason to pick a fight with something we can't handle.
I do.
Oh, you're up for it?
What? What are you doing? She's right. Fighting this creature is a good way to end up dead. Oh, sorry.
Well, it knows we're here now.
Well, no turning back now.
Yeah, not at all.
Damn it, this wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah, but training like this doesn't come around every day.
Be on your guard. One wrong move and you're done for.
I know, that's the fun part. Deception! For two!
Wait, here's true.
Yep. This one definitely puts up a better fight than your average demon.
Is there any hope of actually defeating this thing?
I'll do whatever it takes. That's my way. Sabine!
Yeah. I see you're out for blood, as usual. You knew, didn't you, Isaac?
Out of my way.
What? Are you protecting the dragon?
She's not a dragon!
Huh?
Back off, or I'll make you back off.
Damn, it got away.
That hurts, babe. And here we hadn't seen each other in so long.
Hold it. Is that dragon someone you knew?
I told you, she's not a dragon.
So, it seems old Check Out My Pecs and the dragon have some kind of close ties.
Did I hear you right? We're talking about a dragon here.
I know what I said.
But how could that be?
When Malakim are tainted by malevolence, a dragon is what ultimately results.
So you're saying that dragon was a Moloch Zavid once knew?
She must be who he was praying for back in town.
Yeah, most likely.
But do Malakim put out malevolence like humans do?
No, not by themselves they don't. But if one remains in contact with humans or demons who do, it will eventually taint her, and she will become a dragon.
What about you, kiddo? You feel anything weird after you got thrown into the Earth Pulse at the Empyrean's throne?
I did, yeah.
Can't say I'm surprised. The air there was thick with malevolence being sent on its way to Enominat.
If I'd stayed there, I might be a dragon too.
Is having a vessel not enough to prevent a Moloch from transforming?
A vessel can reduce the effect, but not eliminate it. By stripping their Malakim of consciousness, the Abbey exorcists seem to be able to inhibit the transformation. But nothing in this world is guaranteed.
Can a dragon ever be changed back into a Moloch?
Nope. Just like with demons, there's no going back.
Do they still hold on to some part of who they were?
You saw that dragon. What do you think?
Well, that's...
But Zavid still won't kill it. Must be his creed at work.
Eisen, listen. Whatever business you and Zavid have with that dragon, I don't care. Do what you have to. But I won't tolerate you getting the rest of us involved in it again. Do I make myself clear?
You've got it.
Good. Now, let's get back to the Therian hunt. We'll regroup in Titania.
If what Eisen said is true, then could I wind up as a dragon someday? Or Eisen too?
I don't know.
Well, at least you're honest. That part I can at least appreciate. There's an honesty to you, and I think that's good. I'd much rather you say I don't know than say no, of course not. That could never happen. Because you don't fucking know that. How the fuck? Why the fuck would you lie to someone? Don't lie. Be better. Titania, right? Titania. Oh, back to prison. The hell? Oh, okay. I gotta go back to prison. Logos. I guess Logos? It looks like it's gonna be Logos. Looks like I have to start with Logos. And then get to the port, and then go from there to... Are you the same things I've been fighting? I feel like you look different. I don't know why. Maybe that's just me. You know, I've been known to be wrong in the past. I don't know, you don't look the same. Yeah, you're not gonna catch me. Stop it. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. It's here. Fantastic. Love you. Nice. I can surf, baby. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Not stopping me. Oh, it's a turtle.
Turtles, keeping tight circles. Oh, perfect timing, Eisen. I's got a letter for you.
A letter?
Did you get a reply to that letter you sent? What's it say? What's it say?
I know everything that you've done. Repent for your horrendous deeds, you monster.
What did you do, Eisen?
No idea. There's no sender written on here either.
Who would write something so awful?
Who cares? If I gave a damn about other people's feelings, I wouldn't be a pirate.
I suppose that's true.
Forget about it. What's the status of the other stuff?
The Palmier made it just fine. But we've run into some troubles finding the Nordals. My deepest apologies.
What are Nordals?
Nordals used to be given out by Empyrean temples. If you collect a set of 4, you'd find happiness. Oh, so they said. Nowadays, there's only 4 left. Red, blue, green, and black. Even worse, nobody hardly knows nothing about them.
Dolls of the Empyreans. Do you think they're like that one we saw of Aminoch in that shop in Isolt?
Kind of. But these are less gloomy looking and more, how can I describe it?
Something like a quiet radiance?
A quiet radiance. That's perfect!
I think I get it.
I'd never have pegged you as a collector of religious claptrap, Eisen. Think they'll help keep the Reaper away?
Probably not. But in the off chance they actually work, they'll keep her safe.
Huh. Hey, that letter Eisen sent off earlier was addressed to a woman, wasn't it?
Our little Laphicet is growing up.
No, I wasn't implying she was his girlfriend. Her writing just seemed more mature, and...
It's nothing like that. She's my younger sister.
I didn't know you had a sister.
She's the only family I have left. She and I live apart for various reasons.
I'm guessing your death curse is one of them, huh?
Mogiloo!
So that's why. I'd be happy to help you look for those dolls, Eisen.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay then. Thanks.
Aww. How nice. Alright, let's see here. Let's go into town. Oh, this has it too? I can now surf in here as well? Oh, hold on. We're going to Logres. Hold on. I thought it was just the world map these things existed. I didn't think they would exist in like the towns themselves. What the fuck? Well, now I have to know. I have to look. I can't not look. I'd be silly to not look. Unless it's not here in Logres, but, I mean, I see no reason why it would not hurt to at least look, right? Like, there's no harm in looking. I might as well just look. It does not appear to be... Why is it in Zexen but not in Logres? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. That seems so, like... I guess East Entrance, whatever. It doesn't make a difference. Zexen doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Oh, this is the other. This is the other side. This is when we had to go get our asses beat. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for reminding me, game. Appreciate it. I don't like the fact that you can't like sail off of like ledges. That's a little lame, but well, since I'm here. Right? Like, we're here now. And I have a faster mode of transportation. I might as well go look for the chests. There's supposedly 2 more in this area, motherfucker, and I'd like them. Southern Denon Highway. Don't care about that. Nice. Yeah, so I was right. There was one there. It's probably located up on the other little lip of the lip of this place. I gotta go look. Because if I was gonna hide an item, I'd hide it there, right? Those suspiciously shaped parts of land, you know, those areas. See, I knew it. I fucking knew it. How did I know? How the fuck did I know? All right, cool. We now know that it's here, right? Like, we can say that there. It's been collected. My due diligence has been completed. I done found it. Fantastic. Alright. There's no one to talk to in this area, is there? Why give me this, though? Like, I'm not against being able to surf in town. I just find it weird. There. Happy? Happy? I got my chest. I collected the chest. It's all good now. Alright, cats and or dogs.
I saw Benwick and the other crew members get into a serious fight over whether cats or dogs were better. I don't get what the big deal is.
I can't believe you could say such a thing! No conflict is more perilous than the one that has dogged mankind since the dawn of civilization! In the shadow of every war are the battles of dog lovers and cat lovers. Between each side lies a divide, maybe not all that deep, but unbridgeable all the same. I'd say we're lucky that the squabble you saw didn't escalate into anything more serious.
I had no idea it was such a big deal. So what side do all of you fall on?
I am, without a doubt, a cat person. Cats and witches have a long history together.
Personally, I prefer dogs because they can cohabit with humans while following rules. But I like cats too, because they're cute.
What about you, Rokuro?
Shigure liked cats, so I don't. But I like dogs even less. Always wagging their tails for their masters.
I feel the same way. Dogs will trade anything for food. Learning tricks, wagging their tails, getting friendly, and in time, even forgetting to howl.
I think that's too cynical. Dogs make efforts to please humans so that we can live together. They're friendly and compassionate creatures.
Then does that make you a cat person, Aizen?
Actually, I like squirrels best. When I lived with my sister, the nearby forest had lots of nice, fluffy squirrels that would let me pet them.
This isn't about squirrels. It's about cats and dogs. You have to pick a side.
If I had to choose, yeah, it'd be cats. There's something lovable about the way they act, especially when you spoil them. Reminds me a lot of my sister.
What about you, Velvet? Cats or dogs?
Dogs. They don't betray you.
You always have to be so serious, don't you?
So Velvet and Eleanor like dogs, while Magilu and Aizen prefer cats.
And Rokuro doesn't care for either one. That makes you our tiebreaker, kiddo. The fate of this showdown is in your hands.
It is?
Now that you're no longer the Abbey's dog, perhaps you're thinking of being one for Velvet's column?
What has that got to do with anything? We're just talking about which animal we like.
If you're getting so angry over this, he's going to have no choice but to pick dogs.
I just told you.
No more fighting! This is clearly getting out of hand, so why don't you all agree that you're Bienfu people and make up already?
And what makes you special enough to have Bienfu people?
Because I can be loyal like a dog, but also do my own thing like a cat. If you pick me, everybody wins. I don't think it works that way.
Alright, let's go. Hey, you've all come back safe and sound. I knew Velvet would come out on top. Looks like we're heading to Titania.
I guess a dragon was a bit much to take on, even for the Reaper. You should get some rest.
We all should. I'll just get the crew started on readying the ship for our next departure.
All right, you go do that. Laphicet, You should get some rest too.
I'm fine. It's more important that I focus on finding an actual Therian this time. I'm going to take another try at sensing the Earth Pulse points.
That kid is absolutely
You're as
determined.
stubborn as ever, Fee.
He is determined to not be worthless, and you know what? Good for him. Alright, I can now do the fucking... Whoever came up with a fucking surfboard as a travel method needs to fucking get help. I don't understand who came up with that. Oh, there's a talking point down there. Oh, that must be that's the end. Okay, we're gonna have to go down there then. Shit. I mean, you're gonna give me the means to travel. Oh, shit. You're gonna put this stuff in front of me. I'm not gonna pass up. I want to see what else this game has to show me. Fuck you.
Whoa! Awesome!
I swear, the second he has a spare moment, he buries himself in his books.
Knowledge opens up bigger worlds. I imagine that back when Teresa was bossing him around, reading was a fun escape, an adventure in and of itself.
What's up, you guys?
You're reading a pretty hard book there, aren't you?
This? It's about dinosaurs. It says that long before humans were around, these huge creatures ruled the world. There are so many different kinds, like tyrannosaurs and triceratops and brachiosaurs. They're all so cool.
They look like dragons to me.
They look similar, but dinosaurs couldn't live inside volcanoes, and they didn't do well in the cold either. But they were crazy huge and strong. Nothing else could even compete with them.
I bet they would have made for great sparring partners. I think this Gigantospinosaurus might be my favorite.
Those two huge points jutting out from both sides of its body make it look just like you and your two swords.
Actually, it's also known as the dual-bladed dragon.
Wow, it really does sound like a perfect match for me then.
Okay, so if they weren't dragons, what were they?
They look a lot like lizards.
Maybe they're like my ancestors or something.
But you used to be a human.
Damn, I think I might have gotten a bit too used to this new body of mine.
I wonder if their tails can fall off too.
Did you ever figure out if that bug was a stag or a rhinoceros beetle?
Actually, I still haven't really looked into it.
Why not? Weren't Rokuro and Aizen pretty curious to find out too?
They're why I haven't. They both have really strong opinions, and they both make a believable argument. And if I determined it was a new kind of beetle entirely, my decision would change the very course of their fates.
Their fates? I think you're exaggerating things.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
We're still hashing out what that Rhinostagros really is. Kiddo here's holding off on his final decision because he's worried about how you'll take it.
You're both adults. Can't one of you just give in so we can move on?
It's a rhinoceros beetle. I'm not backing down on that.
No, it's a stag beetle.
Why not just take off the pointy bits? Then we can all agree it's just a plain old beetle. Simple.
Sounds good to me.
Don't even joke about that. If you took away my swords, I wouldn't have anything left. Same thing goes for a stag beetle and its pincers.
And taking away a rhinoceros beetle's horns is disrespectful to its way of life, and to even suggest it is just plain wrong. No, if we're going to argue it out over this, we need to exhaust every possible angle before coming to a conclusion. It's the right thing to do.
Madam Eleanor! Here's that field guide to rare insects of Midgand you wanted me to get you.
Thanks, Bienfu. Surely this book will have something about that bug. Yeah, here it is. This beetle's real name is... Argonathocrassus, the thick-jaw beetle.
It's named for its jaws? That must make it a stag...
It's a drone beetle. The field guide says it's a really rare variety, too. I guess that's that.
No, you're wrong.
It's a brand new species. I call it the Laphicet rhinostagros. That's my decision, and I'm not backing down.
Good for you, Laphicet. Good for fucking you. Don't back down. Don't let Eleanor boss you around with facts. Fuck facts. So what does the game want me to do now? I'm confused. Oh, it wants me to... I gotta go down to the fucking basement. Why do I have to go down there for? What the fuck? The fuck? Why do I have to go down there for? I don't want to go down there. Fuck you. Why am I going down there? Look, the episode's basically over anyways. I don't care. I'm ending the episode. Fuck you. The episode's done. We are done. This episode is now over. Ah, yeah. Alright. Fantastic. Berserker's Palmia. This treat made of pie crust looks plain, but tastes raw. Nothing to get angry over. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this episode up here, everybody, and I will see you all next time with more Tales of Berseria. Stay tuned, and I am signing out. Oh, wait. It's this button. Quick save.